my son. Any man that beats somebody like that in the ring, they should face some consequences. But I don't take kindly to people calling my son like a caged animal and say he don't got no undeveloped frontal lobe and stuff like that. I don't take that kindly because anybody in a race can explode when they're pushed.
But who does it the most?
Rampage Jackson says his son should face consequences, including some time in jail, community service, anger management, and therapy. But he strongly denies the claim of attempted murder. According to Rampage, his son never meant to kill anyone. He believes Raja didn't even realize in the heat of the moment how badly the wrestler was.
That's bullshit. How can he throw 20 blows to someone's head while they're unconscious and not expect to kill them?
Hurt.
All that, Roger. I think that he should do a little time, do a little community service,
do a lot of time,
and go to anger management class, see some therapy.
But that goes like some people said it was attempted murder and things like that. That's not a little time.
It wasn't attempted murder because he wasn't trying to kill that guy.
How do you know?
Because that's my son. I know my son. Roger wasn't trying to kill nobody. He wasn't trying to kill that. He wasn't trying to kill that guy. Roger probably didn't even know how bad he hurt that guy. He wasn't trying to kill that guy.
Rampage Jackson says the whole situation is being exaggerated, with many people wrongly thinking Roger snuck into the ring. He explains that his son was placed in that position by promoters, treated like a professional wrestler when he shouldn't have been there at all. Rampage admits mistakes were made, but stresses that it was never an attempted murder.
The problem is everything got blown out of proportion, and people thought that Roger snuck into the ring and did that. That's what the problem is. Like,
No, everyone's seen the videos. It was supposed to be a setup type thing.
At this point, Roger was in the act as a pro wrestler, but he ain't no pro wrestler. The promoters had no reason putting my son in the ring. But it was no attempted murder.
Rampage Jackson says he's frustrated with Syko Stu for keeping quiet after the incident involving his son, Roger. He feels Stu should have taken some responsibility, pointing out that the whole situation might have been avoided if Stu hadn't hit Roger in the back of the head with a can.
Even if that was the case, that doesn't give you permission to kill some dude.
I wanted Syko Stu to tell his part that my son did not sneak up on him, and I never heard him say that. So now I'm upset. Now I'm upset. Now I'm upset with Syko Stu because he didn't come out and say, "Oh, whoa, yeah, what Roger did was," but he didn't sneak in the ring and do this. It was staged.
Well, what I want to know is, I know that the cowboy wrestler who is friends with Raja set it up, but I don't know if Syko Stu knew about that. That's the one piece that I don't know.
That's all he had to say to get some of these racist ass
Psycho
out of my DMs. Hey, he's seeing all guys blew up and stuff like that. He should at least said something.
Okay.
Take some accountability. Like, honestly, everybody was wrong. Roger was the most wrong. Everybody was wrong, but none of this ever would have happened if Syko Stu never hit my son on the back of the head with a can that they was drinking beer out of, and then grabbed him by the neck, asked him to sell it. If that never happened, none of this never happened.
Rampage Jackson admitted he hasn't spoken to his son since the incident and
How can you not take accountability for this? He's blaming the victim, really?
Doesn't really know how Raja is doing now. He said they talked briefly right after the fight, but after learning more details, he was left disappointed. According to Rampage, Raja disobeyed him by hiding his involvement in a pro wrestling match, something he was never supposed to do. Rampage stressed that his son is a fighter, not a wrestler, and should never have been in that role. He admitted Raja went too far and knew better, even pointing out that he had already grounded him from training for 2 weeks before this happened.
Heard or seen Raja since the incident. How is he doing?
I don't know.
My bad.
I don't talk to Raja no more, so I don't know.
Since then,
I talked to him. I heard his story, and I heard some of the stuff, and then after that, I learned a whole lot and about it and everything. Roger's wrong. He went against what I told him to do, and he hid the fact that he got roped into a pro wrestling store. Roger's not a pro wrestler. He's a fighter. He's not a pro wrestler. He had no business in that ring. Everybody there everybody there was wrong. And yes, my son took it too far, but he knows better. He knows he's wrong for getting involved in a pro wrestling.
Despite all his frustration,
Wrong for getting involved with pro wrestling or wrong for fucking almost killing this dude?
Rampage Jackson says he still loves his son. He explained that Roger is probably at home while the family waits for an arrest warrant, and even admitted he was ready to turn his son in himself. Rampage made it clear that, no matter how upset he is, he still has a responsibility as a father. He said Roger stopped listening once he became an adult, but promised he'll always be honest with him, never sugarcoat the truth, and always keep it real, no matter how hard it is to hear.
Do you know where he is now?
Most likely he's at home. We've been waiting for a arrest warrant. As soon as we get arrest warrant, I was going to turn him in. We've been waiting for a arrest warrant or whatever. And I got him a turn. I did what my job is as a father to
Protect.
still take care of my son, because I still love him. Even though how upset I am at my son, I still love him. You know what I'm saying? He's my son, but ever since he's become an adult, he don't listen to say, and all I can do is like be a father. But Roger, I keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to lie for him and nothing like that. And he knows that I'm going to give my opinion.
Rampage Jackson admitted he hasn't spoken to his son because he feels the family name was dishonored. During the interview, Ariel Helwani questioned that choice, saying if Rampage is truly worried about his son's well-being, cutting off communication might not be the best approach. Helwani explained that in his own case, even if his son did...
I feel like a lot of this shit is Rampage's fault as well. I know that his mother died, Raja's mother died, and that probably affected him. But the fact that he has to deal with Rampage, and Rampage is always talking shit about his son, that probably fucked him up too, because he has to prove to his dad that he's like, I'm not no bitch, nobody can talk shit about me, and I'm pretty sure he's fucked up that way, but it doesn't give an excuse to do what he did.
something terrible, he would still try to stand by him. Rampage clarified that he isn't disowning his son forever, but admitted he chose not to speak with him right after the incident.
Are you at all worried about his well-being?
Yeah, it's my son. I am worried about his well-being. How many kids you got?
I got 3.
All right, so why you asking me some stupid ass?
Well, can I be real with you?
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it would feel like to see my son do that. I also don't think I would cut my son off if he did that. So if you are worried about his well-being, why are you not talking to him?
Because he dishonored my name. And
But he's still your son.
No, listen. I know he's my son. I'm not cutting him off forever. I just haven't talked.
Ariel Helwani urged Rampage Jackson to stand by his son, reminding him that this is likely the lowest point of Raja's life and a time when a father's support matters most. Rampage admitted he did speak to his son right after the incident, but said Raja lied to him and even put other kids at risk, which made it impossible to stay in contact. He explained that he's not cutting ties forever but needs some distance to process everything while dealing with lawyers. Rampage admitted he feels heartbroken and disappointed, saying he doesn't know how a parent is supposed to react when their child puts someone in the hospital.
Not more than ever.
No, listen, I talked to him after the shit happened, and he hid the fact that he did it. And he put my other kids at danger. I just can't talk to him right now. I just can't. I'm not saying I'm never going to talk to him again. I just can't talk to him right now. I need some time. I'm dealing with his attorneys and all this, but I'm very disappointed in Roger. Like, yeah, I'm not a perfect parent, so I don't know what's the protocol to how much time you stop from talking to your son when he goes out there and hurt somebody. He put a guy in the hospital.
Rampage Jackson believes the promoter shares some blame for what happened. He says they changed Roger's entrance music and even told him to rough up Syko Stu. Rampage added that AJ Man was the only one showing common sense, advising Roger to just throw a single punch. He admitted he wishes someone had contacted him directly, though he wasn't available at the time. Rampage also questioned why it took so long for others to step in, noting that his son kept attacking until someone finally pulled him off.
When he gets in the ring, go back and watch this shit. They put the music on for him. They changed the music for him, bro.
Okay.
The promoter told him to And I think AJ man is the only one that had a little common sense and tell Roger, like, look, remember what a receipt is. You just pop them one time.
Mm.
AJ man was the only one that had like a little common sense right then. I wish he would have called me, but I was underground in New York, so it probably wouldn't have went
Everyone's just shifting the blame on each other. But I think the the thing about Rampage is I know he streams a lot, so he's like, oh, I got so much content off of my son. Bet you he's fucking streaming about it all the time.
through. Bro, they changed the music when my son get in the ring.
Oh no. Ooh.
They
Okay.
bro, but no, this is the thing though. What took them so long? Because they said, all right, you punch him until we pull you off.
Who said that?
What took his other friends, his team, whatever, so long to get in there
I've never heard
and
that.
get Roger off?
Rampage Jackson closed by saying Roger never should have been in the ring in the first place. He claimed that Syko Stu had a history of drunken incidents backstage that people ignored, with AJ Mana being one of the few who spoke up about it. While Rampage admitted he's frustrated with his son, he stressed that his loyalty will always remain with family. He again questioned why it took so long for others to step in and pull Roger off, calling for investigators to also look into Stu's past behavior and how it.
When the fuck did that happen? When did they say, hey, keep throwing blows was it Syko Stu until we pull you off of him? I never seen a video or anything like that saying that. But when it was happening, there's only like a 17-year-old kid, and he was like afraid to pull him off. So Rampage is just deflecting, of course, trying to make excuses.
May have contributed to the situation.
It'll be the last time I talk about this. This ain't the
No, it's
first time
not.
Psycho Stu and
You're
Dunson
gonna be
is
streaming this shit
backstage.
forever.
He'll be drinking all the goddamn time, and he plays that pro wrestling saved me from this PTSD and stuff. Like nobody want to fire his ass, but AJ Mana told me everything. This ain't the first time he done some drunken shit like this backstage. So they know his ass. And they ain't gonna snitch on him. I don't owe them none of them no loyalty. My loyalty to my son, and even though I don't son right now, I'm still gonna keep it 100 and be loyal. They need to the police need to investigate that. How many times Psycho Stu attack somebody backstage and people off being drunk? Then you guys will figure out what took so long for them pro wrestlers to get in that ring and pull my son off of him.
Wow. I think Rampage Jackson is a fucking terrible father. There's zero accountability, making excuses as to why it was okay for his son to pretty much do an attempted murder on this guy. It's disgusting, really. And Raja, I believe he is fucked up in the head because of his mom and because of his dad. And yeah, man, we'll see what happens. I don't know if he's even gotten arrested or what's going on here. It just feels like it just kind of went dead with this whole thing, you know what I mean? But we'll stay tuned. We'll see if anything happens. I will see you guys later.